Yeah. Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost through the bend, had to crawl back. Can't take no more L's, I need all that. Run off with the pack and get the dome crack. The four feel short, nigga four flat. Run it back, 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 run it back. Quit that little drop, now you hustling. They counted you out, now you bubbling. Took you some losses, but bounce back. Now they feeling for you like you good crack. Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost through the bend, had to crawl back. Can't take no more L's, I need all that. Run off with the pack and get the dome crack. The four feel short, nigga four flat. Run it back, 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 run it back. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey, welcome to episode 48 of the WarDawg Trail podcast. Today, we are headed out to Phoenix, Arizona, where we have another big dog in the outdoors, veteran, and 2A community here as a guest. I bring you none other than the one, the only, Reginald Justin. Welcome to the show, bro.
What's good, player? What's good? Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. So honored to be on the show today, man. Thank you so much.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to come let the world know about you, man. I've been a fan. I love your tactics, your drills, your mindset, and I really like the rest of the world to get to know about you as well. And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a pretty it hasn't been a long road, but it started this 4 years ago. A little bit about my background. Prior military, I was in the Air Force for 2 years, security forces, military police. Did that. Spent some time in Afghanistan at Bagram Air Base. That was back in 06 and 07. Ended up getting out in 08. And kind of fast forward to when COVID started. I was a big workout buff. I was a big fitness buff before I got into guns. But once all the gyms and stuff started to close down, I was like, man, I need something where I can go out, kind of be by myself, have a hobby, and just, make it happen. Just kind of do something for myself since I wasn't able to go to the gym. And a buddy of mine ended up taking me shooting. And like I said, I had been around guns before, but I never really gave a shit. But he took me out shooting. Yeah, man. And I just caught the bug, man. I caught the bug so quick. Was shooting full autos, AKs, AR-15s, whatever, man. We just shot everything. And I caught the bug real tough. And maybe 2 weeks later, I went out and bought my first gun, a Smith & Wesson SD9. And then hated that gun, sold it, went and got a Glock 17, Gen 4, loved it. And then my wife ended up buying me an AR-9 little PCC. And so that's what I trained on, man. Those were my first real two guns that I had. And I would get up Saturday, Sunday morning at 5 a.m. and go out to the range. Here in Arizona, there's tons of desert. So I would just go out to the desert, set up some targets, some little paper targets. I had boxes, actually. I would set up some boxes and I would just, practice shooting and just practice my tactics and practice my mechanics and all that sort of stuff. And I just got really, really obsessed with it. And here I am today, I do some teaching. I'm NRA certified for pistol. So I do classes here in Phoenix. I do couples. I really like doing that part-time. And I'm also Stop the Bleed certified as well. So I'm starting to really trying to get this medical thing going as well. So the other side of it is doing the whole influencer thing, man. It's been great. I have a couple guys that I mentor that are also trying to get into the influencer game. The influencer game is different, man. It's different, and I always try to tell young guys if they want to go that route, is you have to be consistent and you have to be very, very specific about what you want out of it. So doing the mentor thing for these guys that want to be influencers. And I shoot a lot, man. I really, really do. I shoot probably 2-3 times a week. I take it very, very seriously. I'm very, very fortunate that I can shoot that much because a lot of guys don't have that kind of time. They don't have that, the funds, whatever the case may be. So I'm very, very fortunate that I'm able to shoot so much. And like I said, I love it.
All right. Now, if you don't mind, how about let the listeners know your reasoning behind joining the military?
So I joined in 2007. 9/11 had just had happened a couple months before. And I don't know, I just kind of made up my mind that I didn't want to stay in school. I didn't want to stay in college. And I was just like, you know what? I want to go do something fun. It wasn't even really about serving my country, if I'm going to be honest. It was just, I want to go do something different. My dad served. I have a twin brother that was in the Army. He was serving at the time. And yeah, I just wanted to go do something different and do something fun and travel a little bit, So that was pretty much the driving factor of me going. A lot of the guys that I was in basic training with, they were, I want to serve my country so bad and da-da-da-da. And I was like, that's cool. Like, that's not really me, I'm just here because I just want to have a little bit of fun and get out of Chicago. That's originally where I'm from. So yeah.
Okay, really? All right. Now you got to talk to me about this then, right? Give me your opinion, mindset on Chicago, bro, especially with you being a firearms instructor and all the gun violence and murders you've seen there. Is there anything you'd like to say about that? Especially since you're a Chicago native, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, here's the thing. So growing up in the city, I grew up on the west side, so real rough part of town. There wasn't a whole lot there was gun violence, but it was very, very controlled gun violence. Like you didn't see a bunch of 12, 13, 14-year-old kids running around shooting people like you do now. Like you just did not see that. And people, they can look up the history and look up the facts. The gun violence was very, very controlled. It was controlled by the gangs growing up. It's controlled by the gang leaders growing up. And once all those gang leaders got put in prison, sent away for long periods of time, none of the gangs had leadership. So that's why you're seeing all these young kids out here, all these different factions of gangs doing all these murders and causing all these shootings and all this other sort of stuff going on because there's no leadership within the gangs at all. Okay? I personally, obviously I'm a huge gun advocate, but what I think needs to happen, and I could be wrong about this, right? I don't think, I could be wrong about this. But I think what needs to happen is we need to flood certain areas, certain neighborhoods that have high crime rates with police officers and military. And we do exactly what we did in Iraq, Afghanistan, you may even know in Fallujah. You go door to door, house to house, and you confiscate all the firearms.
Say it, bro.
You confiscate all the firearms, right? Any houses that are vacant, that are dilapidated, you knock them down. Any of them. I don't care who owns them. You knock them down. You go door to door, house to house. You search every house. You search every basement, every attic, and you remove all the guns out of there, right?
I'm talking about purge right there.
Yeah. After you do that, you put cops or military on the street 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have patrols. Anybody that looks suspicious. Yes, you have to profile people. Yes, you got to profile young black men because those are more of the people that are committing these crimes, right? Yes, you need to profile. You stop them, you frisk them, you take guns off of them, period, point blank, right? You control who is coming into the neighborhood or who's coming into the community and who's going out. Same shit we did in Iraq and Afghanistan, right? You start there. Once you clean up neighborhood or community by community, okay? Hopefully that helps, okay? Chicago's a big city, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's how you at least lay down the groundwork to improving the lifestyle there.
And the situation on the ground, right?
You got to put boots on the ground. There's not enough cops. There's not enough cops there.
Gotcha. So how about walk us in, if you would, to your transition from the military to becoming a firearms instructor?
Well, I mean, it was definitely a huge year gap because I didn't get out into late 2007, early 2008. So I owned a gun after I got out of the military. I owned a gun for a little bit, but like I said, I just wasn't into the culture. You know what I mean? I bought a gun because you live in Arizona. That's what you do, right? You have a gun. It's a very two-way friendly state. It's open carry here. And so I had a gun while I was living in Tucson. I was living in Tucson at the time. And then, like I said, fast forward to COVID, which was what, 2019, 2019?
19.
Yeah. So like, that's when I was just like, like I need a hobby. Like that's how this all started. Like I felt like I just needed a different hobby,
Right.
The gyms were closing. Like, I'm like, fuck, where am I going to work out at? Like, so that's just where it came from. Like, I know it's weird. Like when people ask me like, oh, did you serve in the military? I'm like, yeah, I served, but me joining the military had nothing to do with me getting into guns full time and making it a hobby and a lifestyle and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Now, one thing I didn't really get into or ask you, does your firearms instructing, does the company have a name? I want to make sure I get that out there.
Yeah, RFR Enterprises LLC, based in Phoenix, Arizona. We do, myself, pretty much just specialize in currently right now, basic pistol instruction. That's kind of my lane right now. I do individual training, I do couples, that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's my lane, and that's kind of where I stay for right now.
All right. So how about additionally, I value you as an influencer because you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing with the actual content itself. You're doing everything right, and then obviously in terms of the content distribution, you're getting it out there in a very positive and effective way. So if you don't mind, let us know, like, when did you start your YouTube channel and when did you take it serious that, hey, I'm going to be somewhat of I want to be a beast in the 2A online atmosphere.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was probably a year after I got started. Like I said, I was training a lot, and I saw some growth in my skills and in my mechanics. And so I hired a guy, a military guy. He was a ranger. I hired a guy to come out and basically put me through some drills, put me through some things, and tell me if I was good or not. Like if I was good to really start putting myself out there on social media. And so he came out, he was out there with me for like 2 hours, two and a half hours, put me through some drills, put me through some really, really tough stuff, if I can remember. And at the end of it, he basically was like, he's like, man, out of 10, I give you an 8. And that was really, really amazing for me because I was basically teaching myself, like I would just pull up YouTube videos and I would mimic what I'd see on YouTube from other guys. Or I'd pull up Instagram videos and I would just mimic what I see other guys doing. I'd watch YouTube shorts, I'd watch reels, I'd watch anything and everything to just get information to make myself better. So when he was like, yeah, man, I give you an 8 out of 10, I was like, okay, that tells me that I'm on the right track, right? So then I started posting. I started posting a lot of videos, started to get some recognition, started to get some views and different things like that. And then companies started reaching out saying, hey, we like what you're doing. would you mind promoting this product for me? Different things like that. So then, that ball started rolling. I think one of the biggest things that I've learned over the last 4 years of me doing this, and a lot of guys don't know this, so I'm gonna put this out as a free game for everybody. Okay. Nobody cares that you shoot. Nobody gives a shit. There's millions and millions of shooters out there, right? Me, myself, I think I'm between like an intermediate and an advanced level guy. I'm kind of teetering there. Nobody gives a shit, right? People only give a shit. People only give a shit if you can edit your videos in a way that gets them excited to watch you.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Straight up.
You got influencer advice. Any upcoming influencers out there? He just broke it down for you. Take that in stride.
Shooting is only half the battle. If you can't take that video and present it in a way to get people excited to watch you, they won't give a fuck. That's just the way it is.
True.
That's just the way it is. So
Facts.
A lot of what I do is centered around how Instagram is going to push out my video. Okay. So I may shoot, can you pull up one of my videos? I kind of want to break this down really, really quickly. Can you pull up the one of me doing the double reload? Yeah, this one. Okay. So this video is 7 seconds. Okay. The reason why I cut it down to 7 seconds is because at this time right now, Instagram is pushing content that is between 7 and 10 seconds. Okay. Period. If it's any longer than that, then it's going to go to the back of the line. Okay. People have very, very short attention spans. People swipe off videos between 3 and 4 seconds. Okay. So that means you need to have some sort of, your video needs to be action packed within the first 3 seconds to keep people on, or you need some sort of transition to keep people's attention. Okay.
Right on.
So with this particular video, I sped up a little bit of the video. I slowed down a little bit of the video, right? Just for like dynamic effect to keep people's attention, right? You got to be able to keep people's attention when they're watching your videos. If you don't, you won't be successful. Okay. So I would say 40% of it is shooting, and the other 60% is editing and knowing exactly what these platforms are going to push or how they're going to push your videos. So that's some free game for all you influencers out there that want to get into the game. Shooting is 40% of the battle, right? You've got to have some skills to put on camera. But once you get that footage, you have to present it in the way that people are going to like it and they're going to be influenced by it per se.
Okay. Hey, you just came on the show dropping straight knowledge and wisdom, bro.
Yeah, man. Nobody talks about the other side of it, man. Nobody talks about the other side of it, man. Like, I get these guys jumping in my DM like, hey, man, can you show me what you did to be an influencer, da-da-da-da-da. And I tell them, and I'm like, you got to be able to edit. You got to, for 6 months, bro, for 6 months, I didn't shoot. I just learned how to edit videos. Like, that's how committed I was to being successful at this, like that's how committed. I didn't pick up a gun for 6 months. I watched YouTube video after YouTube video on how to edit videos and how to make them more dynamic so people will watch them and people won't swipe off my shit. So,
hey, you have all heard it here. All right. You heard that straight knowledge from Mr. Reginald Justin on how to conduct yourself as an influencer in the 2A community if you are serious about this thing. He just broke down timelines for you. He just gave you, He gave you a world of knowledge and he put you on point and spit game to you that you won't get many other influencers doing, or sharing their secret sauce the way he just did. So hey, all I can do is tell him thank you and salute. Justin, final question, all right?
Yeah.
As a firearms instructor and as an Air Force veteran, what are your 3 favorite firearms?
Ooh. My 3 favorite firearms are, I'm a Glock guy, so I'm going to say a Glock 19. I mean, it shoots very, very true. It's never failed me. Even though I did shoot a full metal frame SIG. I'm not sure of the model, and I kind of fell in love with that here last weekend, but we'll go with the Glock 19. Oh, my dog is like right here.
Hey, that's all the better, man. That's all the better.
This is Teddy. Teddy likes to hang out. He was sleeping right here, and he just popped up. So Glock 19. Right. I would say, I really love the 13.9 length AR-15. It's a great length. It's super comfortable for me. I built one myself. I mean, I would use that 13.9 for short range engagement, long range engagement. So that'd be my second. And third, I would say the full auto 249 and 249.
Yo, I carried that my first 2 tours in Iraq. I promise you.
Yeah.
On everything.
I didn't get to carry it, but I remember the first time I was in basic and I got to shoot it. I was just like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever shot in my life.
Yes.
So yeah. I'd play the 249.
Yeah,
you
man.
can actually buy them for pretty cheap.
Man.
They're like they're pretty cheap now.
I want to say this officially. Hopefully it comes out the way I'm intending it to, right? But I'm proud to say I used to get paid to shoot the M249. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, man.
Like that was my job. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm glad you said that though, because the saw's always been my favorite anyway. You caught me off guard with that. Right. I didn't expect you to say the saw.
A little bit of nostalgia for you. Had to bring it back.
Right on, boss. Right on. But hey, that's what's up, man, Mr. Reginald. Justin, I really appreciate you coming on to the show. All right. I appreciate you telling us about your military background, telling us about your background as a firearms instructor, and then dropping knowledge the way you just did on on what it's like to be an influencer and how those in the 2A community that are trying to succeed as influencers can get better or, up their game, right, and become even more part of the community. Yeah. Everyone, this has been episode 48 with former Air Force veteran and current Phoenix Firearms Instructor, Reginald Justin. Reginald, any last words, as well as any plans you have for your future, for the future of the company, and anything you have upcoming?
Yo, follow me at Reginald Justin Official on Instagram. Also follow or subscribe to Only Firearms YouTube channel. Just started the YouTube channel, been posting a lot of shorts there. So definitely can subscribe to that channel as well. Hit the notification bell so whenever I post a new video, you'll be notified of that video. RFR Enterprises here in Phoenix, if you are looking for firearms training, hit me up on my Instagram at Reginald Official, and we can get you scheduled for training as well. Keep it locked on the Instagram. Got some new content coming out. Got some new hunting content coming out on the YouTube channel, and I got some fishing stuff coming out too. I'm a city boy, But the shooting, hunting, fishing type shit, man, this shit got me, yo. So keep it locked on. Keep it locked on the YouTube channel.
Okay,
Man,
man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you having me on the show.
All right, bro. All right, everyone. This has been Mr. Reginald Justin. And I hope you enjoyed having him as much as I enjoyed being able to present him to you. Be sure to visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Be sure to take a look at the Instagram page and the Facebook page. It's where I seem to be bringing more attention and in terms of what's going on with me or with the show. And hey, stay safe, stay legal, just like you hear all the other influencers saying in terms of your gun handling and your gun safety and your fun with guns. All right, this has been episode 48 of the WarDawg Trail. Salute!
Yeah. Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost through the bend, had to crawl back. Can't take no more L's, I need all that. Run off with a pack and get the dome crack. The 4 feel short, nigga 4 flat. Run it back, 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 run it back. Quit that little drop, now you hustling. They counted you out, now you bubbling. Took you some losses, but bounce back. Now they feeding for you like you good crack.
Yo.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost through the bend, had to crawl back. Can't take no more L's, I need all that. Run off with a pack and get the dome crack. The 4 feel short, nigga 4 flat. Run it back, run it back, run it back,